All right, to talk about the 6-5 Florida win over Edmonton, here's our director of scouting, Craig Button. Craig, you definitely wouldn't call this a goaltender battle. It was a high-scoring affair, and it's tough to win a game when you allow 6 goals. Man, Stuart Skinner's been great lately. Just didn't have his A game on Monday night, did he?
No, he didn't even come close to having his A game. And therein lies the problem with Stuart Skinner and, by extension, for the Edmonton Oilers. So when you look at the Edmonton Oilers, they are superbly coached. Their defensive play, one of the best in the league. Offensive play, one of the best in the league. But the goaltending, not one of the best in the league, not even close to one of the best in the league. So you get some good play from Stuart Skinner, and he's shown the capability. But what he's also shown is massive inconsistency. So you ask yourself, you're a team, you're rooting for the Oilers, and you're saying to yourself, geez, we do everything right defensively. We do so much offensively right, and we got McDavid and Draisaitl. And now, can our goaltending perform at an A level when it counts the most? And that's a massive question, Jay. It's a massive question because despite how well the Edmonton Oilers play defensively, they can be undone by goaltending. And they got undone by goaltending in this game versus the Florida Panthers. And so you look at Stuart Skinner. He's not an elite goaltender. He's a goaltender that's shown the ability to get his game up to a top-notch level. But he's not an elite goaltender. So you ask yourself, who can be somebody that could be better than them? There's not very many. So where you find yourself if you're the Edmonton Oilers is sometimes, just go and just be consistent. You don't have to be great when your team is so good defensively. And the problem for Stuart Skinner is that his team is so good defensively, and yet he has games like this. And that's a problem for the Edmonton Oilers. And yes, you can go and say, go get a goaltender. But there's not many goaltenders that are better than Stuart Skinner. He falls into a category of goaltender that can raise his game, but he also is a category of goaltender that can hurt your team. It would be a different story if you ask him to stand on his head because you're not good defensively. Not the case. So this is an issue for the Edmonton Oilers.
No longer an issue, Zach Hyman's offense. We all know about the tough start to the season, Craig. It basically cost him a spot on the Four Nations face-off team. And yet, since he's returned from injury, he's been terrific, and he had 2 more goals on Monday night. What have you seen from Zach Hyman, Craig, that's allowed him to play so much better in this recent stretch?
Yeah, so what I'll say to you, and don't be surprised by this, Jay, it's not so much what I've seen from him to play so much better. What we've seen now is that he's finishing the chances that he had when he wasn't scoring. And that happens at times. And again, I go back to, are you doing the right things? Are you doing the things in and around the net? He was getting all kinds of chances around the net. He just wasn't able to finish on them. Shooting percentage was under 6%. Now his shooting percentage is off the charts. So there was no way that shooting percentage was going to stay as low as it was, given the opportunities and chances he was getting. And it's not going to stay this high. And certainly when you watch the way that Zach plays and playing with McDavid and being able to take advantage of the enormous skills that McDavid and Draisaitl afford the team, and by extension you get to take advantage of, Zach Hyman's right on track now to be a very productive player for the Edmonton Oilers. We look at the stat sheet and we go, oh, no goals, you must be struggling. Yeah, he was struggling to get the puck into the net, but everything up to that was really good. And now he's being rewarded for that good effort and that good purposeful play.
One more time this season for these two teams, February the 27th in Florida, unless, of course, they meet in the Cup Final again, which would be very cool. Craig, great to see you. Thanks for this.